Mothers, fathers, alienated children. What's up? This is your boy Codell, and welcome back to another episode of FGP. Hey, that's Father's Gospel Podcast, just in case you don't know. But if you do know, glad to have you back. And if you're brand new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, you guys, real quick today, I'm just going to kind of get into my thoughts on what's going on with the parental rights movement, with all these different little pockets around the country doing their own thing, and where I see things heading, and what I would like to see us improve upon as a whole around as in regards to the parental rights movement. Okay, so anyways, you guys, before we get into it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I really need you to help me make this channel grow. I'm getting close to 200 subscribers. So let's make that happen. I don't know. I'm getting close, okay? Anyways, you guys, the movement, the parental rights movement, right? We know that there is millions of families in America that have been torn apart by the family courts, by divorce courts, right? We know that 40+% of America's children are raised in broken homes, mainly by single moms, right? And most of these single moms choose to be single moms, right? We know that 90% of the prison population comes from single mother households. We know that the vast majority of high school dropouts are from single mother households. Now, stop tripping if you don't like what I'm hearing, because honestly, I'm not bashing on single moms per se, but what I am bashing on is the glorification of single moms and how we have incentivized single mom motherhood. All right. It's something that we cannot do. We've got to stop. And men, it is our fault. We are the ones that have allowed women to be put on this crazy ass pedestal. And yes, I'm always talking about this, okay? Because this is important. The whole happy wife, happy life, yes, dear philosophy is poison. It has absolutely killed us. All right. So, this is a behavior that we have to course correct as men. It doesn't mean that we got to become jerks, but we got to have self respect for ourselves. We have to demand more from ourselves. If we want to be respected by society, then we have got to respect ourselves. We can't just walk around like simps all day, right? We can't be cucking. Cuckery leads to bad results, okay? And when it comes to manhood, right? Manhood is not all about, being super alpha. What manhood is all about is being the best version of yourself that you can freaking possibly be. That right there is true manhood. You reaching your full potential. All right. That's what manhood is. Anyways, you guys, I got a little off track right there. Let's get back to the parental rights stuff, right? So we are gaining massive amounts of momentum all around the country. We got all these different people doing fantastic things. We've got people like Robert Garza, who started out in Texas and is moving his 10 plus bills, through all 50 states right now, like the time taking time back bill, the three strikes law, the cameras in the courtroom, equal share parenting, so on and so on. And we got Ludwig. He's out in DC doing his thing, staying in the ear of the president and just DC in general, right? And then we got freaking frontline soldiers like Arnold Yan, who is literally getting attacked by the courts, having his house stripped away from him, having all his possessions in his house thrown on the streets, sold, crazy things like that. And then we just got the countless millions. I'm saying millions because I believe at least hundreds of thousands of untold stories of people going through what Arnold Yan has gone through, where their house has been stolen, where they've been thrown in jail for not paying child support or, well, simply falling behind on child support. Their freaking licenses get took away. So we are living in this time where there's just this constant onslaught against our families, and it is freaking insane. It is absolutely bonkers, right? And so, with this whole entire movement, what we have to expect is that the other side, they're only going to amplify their persecution of those of us that are stepping up and trying to bring change to the system, trying to protect the rights of the parents, trying to protect the rights of the children, right? And that's why you have things done to like things happen like what happened to Arnold Yan. Anyways, so we got this movement going on, like I was saying, with Garza, with Ludwig, Yan, persecution, but that now gaining, it's gaining a buzz around the country, right? And then we got podcasters, like the Davocate, myself, Pearly Things. Now I want you to all know I'm not putting myself on the level of especially Pearly Things because she's on a whole nother level. But we got all these different people that are bringing awareness to what is going on with the family courts and all that stuff, right? So it is starting to get into the mainstream consciousness, okay? Now, here's where I'm going with all this because I've just been kind of just, going. But where I'm really going with all this is where I'm going to start connecting the dots, like the dots to the one big dot. Okay. For me, and what I'm trying to get to with all this is that as all these different movements are going on, and all these different people with their movements are making progress, we are also in danger of allowing our egos to clash for no good reason and stopping ourselves from being able to find ways to work together that would overall benefit the whole entire nation. I'm talking about families in all 50 states as a whole. Again, and this is with all things. This is not just this. This is with every movement, all facets of life. The problem is sometimes egos get involved with this. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm not here to talk shit about anyone, and excuse my language, but what I am here to say in this video is I'm here to encourage everyone that is involved in this movement to, at the very least, just be respectful of one another. Don't try to sabotage one another. And if you don't want to work together, just don't work together. That's it. Just don't work with someone if you don't feel like working with them. But you don't need to go out of your way to try to cause chaos in their groups, in their organizations, in their institutions, whatever you want to call it. And so this is something that we in the equal shared parenting community, in the parental rights community in general, have to make sure we don't. This is a trap we can't allow ourselves to fall into. We have to stay focused on the bigger picture. This is not about individual glory. What this is about, and we all know this, whether we're doing it for the individual glory or we're doing it for the good of everybody, we all know that the ultimate mission is to establish equal shared parenting in all 50 states and solidify our parental rights. Make sure that our parental rights are truly respected and protected in all 50 states and start holding these judges accountable, start holding the system accountable, start breaking down Title 4D, start breaking down the American Bar Association that operates in, I think, 32 states total. But, and there's so many more things that go into this, but these are some thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys because really I'm telling you guys this because it's obvious our movement is gaining a lot of steam and gaining a lot of traction. I mean, you got what happened in Kentucky with their 50-50 bill. You got the things that Garza has been pulling off in Texas. You've got big, all over the country, the Good Dad Act in Florida. There's so much stuff. And because equal shared parenting is becoming more and more of a mainstream thing, that also opens up the floodgates for more interference and bad actors and corruption. So we got to watch out for that. We got to keep our eyes on the prize. We got to remember that this is about breaking a generational curse. We got to remember that this is about making sure that not only are we allowed to be in our children's lives, but we also don't pass this system on to our children. So when they have children, they don't have to worry about having their children taken away from them for no good reason. And, think about it this way. If we don't break this system and replace it with something better that truly protects our parental rights, then for those of us, and even though for those of us that are going through it, like myself and many of you that aren't being allowed to see our kids right now, we're also running the risk of when our kid, like not being able to see our grandkids, because what if our kids, when they grow up, they get stuck in the family court system and it's the same way it is now. And then all of a sudden they're not seeing their kids. They're not getting to see their kids. That means we're not getting to see our grandkids. So it's this vicious cycle that just freaking tears apart the family and it doesn't care because it is benefiting from our destruction. So anyways, you guys, those are my thoughts. That's what I got for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and really freaking subscribe and share because my channel's growing, but I want to hit 200 subscribers. And I really feel like this movement is important. And I just want to do my part to help further the parental rights movement in every way I can. So I refuse to pass this system on to not only my son, but I refuse to pass the system on to all your children as well. Anyways, I'm Codell. This is the FGP Father's Gospel Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next episode, I love you, but God loves you way more. I'm out. Peace.